correct live stream. I hit the wrong button before. Doggone it. Some time away has not done me any good. What do we got in here already today? Let's check out this chat here. Boy. Cheap Freight Hauler first in the house. Yes, you are. WCF Invader. Dang, you beat me to it. Cheap Freight Hauler. Yeah, it's been a while. Just want to talk about some new things that are going on. Touch base with everybody. Been working some different things pretty hard. So WCF Invader, right off the bat, gonna spoil it for everybody. So that's all right. That's all right. Cash is King in the house. Sent him an invitation. He's busy. He's working. Understood. Epic Truckin' Fails in the house. I'm here for the comeback. Yeah, this newer version of Epic Truckin' Fails is with a Z instead of an S. So everybody go check that out and subscribe. Stands a transport in here. Says let's go. All right. Cheap Freight Hauler says, I'm sorry, but I've been unfaithful. I've watched another channel while you've been on the lockdown. Not good. We don't tolerate disloyalty around here very well. Stands a Transport says, my new guilty pleasure is watching YouTube videos of Prime drivers explain why they're leaving Prime. Oh, that's a national pastime. The heck with baseball. That's the new national pastime. Chief Freight Hauler says, Stanza, a lot more of those videos are showing up in my feed too. Yeah, I hear they're deadheading those guys like crazy, trying to keep them working and stuff. Well, that's only going to last for so long. Robert B, does mom still approve of the bathrooms though? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Robert B? Great Transportation in the house. Good afternoon. Josh the vegan stopping in. All right. So we have a brand new addition to the DIY family here with the fuel card, and I just wanted to put the word out. We got Sap Brothers in network now, which I'm very excited about. So a gentleman named David helped this happen. So thank you, David, if you're out there. He went to Sap Brothers in Cheyenne, I believe. It was either Cheyenne or Denver. And the fuel manager was there. He says, hey, you guys need to try to get in this network. Yeah, here's what's going on. Here's how it works. And the guy emailed me and we talked. He says, I really like the concept of what you're doing with passing along all the discounts to the trucker. Nobody else really does that. And I'd like to be a part of that. So we talked for a minute, went over the details, and I got some helpers involved here. We put the deal together. I didn't expect it would be live until June 1st, but it is. I looked. Somebody texted me yesterday. Hey, I'm seeing Sap Brothers in your app, your fuel app, and he says it's smoking all my other fuel cards. I said, oh, cool. That was in Clearfield, Pennsylvania. So I checked, and by gosh, they're in there. I didn't expect that to happen until, like I said, June 1st. So I wasn't going to put the announcement out. But hey, there we go. Sap Brothers, now in our fuel card network. I believe it's 17 locations they have. And they came in heavy with some good pricing. So I would encourage everybody to check that out. I was going to do where I would say what some of the pricing is here, but I'm live streaming from my phone. And my card control app is on the phone. But last night I was texting back and forth with a couple guys here I know from YouTube here that have the different fuel cards, and we're beating TCS by a few cents. We're beating a couple others. We're beating Mudflap handily at the Sap Brothers locations, with the exception of one, and that's Peru, Illinois. And Illinois is kind of funny. So, but we're the same there as Mudflap. But yeah, most of them are beating them by like 10, 12 cents. So check for Sap Brothers in your fuel card apps and give them the business. Give them the business. And working on a couple other things in regards to that, of tying some different, making some connections and tying some different things together. So we'll see where that goes. Definitely see where that goes. But for the meanwhile, I'm excited about that. Uh, what else we got here? Jerome Jones in the house. It's about time, Jerome Jones. Fashionably late. Chat keeps jumping on me. I'm live streaming from my phone here, but reading the comments on the computer. D Compton in the house. What's going on? Driving with John. Oh, driving with John with a super chat. Appreciate that. Says tip the host drivers. Yeah, yeah. Bemenda Boy, Grafton, Tennessee Trucking. Howdy. Buck Brown says that's no truck. That's for sure. Just subbed to ETF with a Z. Yeah, that's for sure. Check out Epic Trucking Fails with a Z. With a Z. Buck Brown says, I'm seeing Prime is now into the Hopper division. So look out for more than that, even more than before. It's it's amazing how tough times, and let's face it, it's tough times in trucking right now uh, for everybody. It's amazing how tough times will exacerbate people's flaws in flawed models or flawed business models, whatever. Uh, so that's happening. Yeah, they'll drive those rates down once they get into that. Um, CDN Freight Broker in the house. Howdy, how you doing, buddy? Long time no speak. Alex Foley in the house. Thanks for coming in. TJ Bull of the Woods apps has great discounted fuel prices. Yes. Oh, SAPs. They do. They do. They're extremely competitive, and I'll be honest with you, they're undercutting a few of the other stops in the areas that I have. But that's okay. Competition. We like competition. Competition makes everybody bring their A game, step up, and be better. So, in regards to all that, we said in the beginning, we start somewhere, and with you guys making your purchases in gallons and continuing the philosophy you started with the fuel card, that it's going to blow up and go places, and it is. It is. We're going to have a record month this month for gallons purchased. We're finally going to break the 20,000 gallon threshold. Ambest is very pleased with us. We just added Sap Brothers. I bet you we've added close to 75 stops since I started this, and there's within probably, I guess the next month we're going to have 35 more coming here. Um, I personally am trying to focus on adding more locations out west because we have some holes there. But let me just tell you, when people start coming to you saying, "I want to be a part of your program," you got something good. And Sat Brothers was excited to do that, and I'm excited to bring them some business, and it's going places. Said it would take time, and it's still going to take more time. It really is, but I'm happy to be doing it. Uh, Greg Zimmer in the house retracted his message. What's up with that, Greg Zimmer? Justin Axford, what's up, everybody? Yeah, Justin, how you doing? Greg Zimmer, hello, Farmer DII. How you doing? Yeah, we went farming last weekend because it's that time. Crops needed to get put in the ground, and I was happy to help with that. That was a good time. A lot of long days though. Uh, Josh Vegan says, kind of funny. Illinois is real funny. Yeah, yeah. Um, Card control is like DAT, always crashes. Or you could say like an international LT always crashes. You know, different things crash on the regular. Big Rigger 61 in the house. Can you pay lumpers off your card, or is it just fuel? You can do so everything. You can set up your cards, and I can help. So here's let me let me sell a little bit here, right? So when you sign up for my fuel card, you get me and a lady named Patty, and we try to provide great service. If anyone in here has dealt with Patty or had an issue, and I've helped you with, hey, speak up. So when you have a problem, you get us. I recommend you call us before you call EFS, but it's completely up to you. Hey, if it's the middle of the night, call EFS instead of me because I like to sleep at night. But anyway, we can go through and we can set your card up for fuel, reefer, def, lumpers. You can pay lumpers directly from the card, or you can do EFS checks, oil, additives, tires. I have mine set up to pay for tires, repairs. If they take your card for repairs, you pay for repairs. There is a whole cash advance, ATM, everything that EFS offers from top to bottom. Uh, this card will work for. So when people sign up, they probably think we're bugging them, but we're not. We're trying to reach out. We want to help you set your card up so that it works well for you. So we'll call Patty or myself, most likely Patty. We'll call and say, hey, let's go through your card control, get you set up an e-manager so you can manage all this stuff, and we'll go down the list of everything you want turned on or not turned on. And I try to get the drivers to pay for lumpers off of their card because it's just easier for us that way. Any discounts with Mavericks out west? Funny you say that because we had a conversation about Mavericks when we have our meeting on Tuesday, and my partners have decided that Mavericks is not somebody they really want a part of our program because of some of the practices that they do. So for now, no. And I will say, I never say never because I never thought Sat Brothers would get in. We would get Sat Brothers in. So things change, people change, and I will also say I think Ambest didn't think that this was going to go anywhere, that we were going to uh, get where we are and go as far as we are going to go. So they're pleased as punch, and they're really starting to be a lot more open minded to new things. So you never know. I don't know. So we'll do CDN. We'll probably be there next week though. Josh says, CDN, can you look me up too and let me know what I can do? Okay, I must have missed something this morning on Snorlord's live stream. Something the CDN must have done. Alex says, just close the app out. That usually fixes it at Fate Trucking. Yes, and there will be some changes coming to the app. That's going to take a little bit of time. We talked about that on Tuesday. There's going to be changes in the app to improve functionality and everything. And I found out some things that I didn't know, that some things are going to be customized around me in our program. So I did not know about that, but that's going to take some time. And in regards to EFS, we've had a high rejection rate for credit, and that's credit in the industry and EFS. The amount of fraud going on. If you fill out an application, get a rejection, a thing back says denied, doesn't mean you're denied. It means they need more information. And then some people, hey, it's like anything else in life. You may not qualify for credit, but you can do prepaid. You can do cash secured. Some people get upset about that. I get it. Unfortunately, that's out of my control, and that also, from what I'm told, may change in the future. So people are starting to pay attention and like interact because they see that like we're making progress. You'd be surprised how many people start selling or start a program and it goes nowhere. Well, ours is going somewhere, so they're wanting to help. So that's all I can say. Can you see about field discounts in Cleveland, Ohio? We have some stops around that area. Like I said, I'm on live on my phone right now, so I can't actively look it up in the app. Hello, driving with John. Suggested your channel to me. Okay, glad to have you, Grumpy Trucker. Oh, dang it! This stupid chat keeps jumping on me. Nice to see all of you legends for sure. Nice to see you, Tolga. I thought hopper bottoms were already called welfare wagons because the rates are already too low. Yeah, around here we call them charity wagons. I know in the Dakotas and Nebraska and Kansas and stuff, there's a lot more of that type of work. But around here in central Wisconsin, we call those charity wagons. Because you're right, rates aren't all that good. I do know somebody doing that type of work down in Texas that's killing it. So I guess it's all where you're at. Sterling Wheel says, I'm here for tractor content. Everything else is blah, blah, blah. I have a hard time disagreeing with that. I love me some tractor content. Alex says Patty is great. She is. She is. And somebody who's genuinely interested in customer service. I will say that. Cheap Freight Hauler says, I bet stations get burnt out on fuel cards, beating them up on prices, then adding more margin on the fuel than what the station is making. Yes, yes, and that's why they are attracted to what we're doing. Uh, Sat Brothers was fond of that. The deal I've made here in Wisconsin at those Sitcos, she was all about that. So I talked to, without giving too much away, I had talked to Quick Trip, the Midwest regional chain up here in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa. And he's like, you know what? We're not really trying to do this. We're tired of just giving discounts to everybody, and people just jump from one fuel card to another. And I'm like, I get that, and I understand his point of view. Why, what's you're just encouraging people to jump. They're not gaining any new business. And I'm like, but we're doing something a little differently here. But they didn't really kind of get it. So he just kind of told me no. And we'll revisit that someday when we have gallons to bring him. Um, but, you know, they get that. And I think you have to do something new to, to want people to do business with you and get their attention. Mudflap was doing something new when they first came out. Some stations are kind of souring on that because of some of the interactions. So, hey, uh, we'll pick up the gap. We'll give the best service we can, and continue the process of trying to improve pricing and bring it all into line. And that's going to happen too. We've talked about, as this continues to grow, we can go to some existing places and work on better discounts. We already have. There's a place in Idaho that was all about it, and then a couple more places. Like I said, we have one stop coming on soon here that agreed to a cost plus zero. So, uh, where are you going to do better than that? But that'll, that's not my personal deal. So that'll get done when it gets done. Tolga says, Tolga and steering wheel banned by DIY Semi. Absolutely not. We're not banning two of my favorite tractor buddies, people type things. Uh, Joe Little says Maverick doesn't have any truck parking. That's going back to our Tuesday meeting conversation. That's part of the conversation we have is we want to add places that are quote real truck stops. We want them to have parking, amenities, food. Um, Now, does every single place we have fit that criteria? No, but they have standards and not really looking to encourage bad behavior. But there's exceptions to everything, honestly. And we can't be there 100% of the time to check on every single place either. So that happens. Uh, Georgia Patriots says, hey, you finally caught alive. Glad to have you. Wilburn says, I have tried two different ways to get your card as a Canadian. Is almost impossible. Anyway, you can talk to them about making it a little more accessible to Canadians, please. That's a good idea. Let me write that down. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to fire off an email about that as soon as we are done. I don't know why. Even if so it might be a clearinghouse or a banking thing, but I would believe EFS has other programs that cross border. And if not, why not a prepaid or a cash secured account? I don't know. I don't know. Uh, Ed Eduardo, do you have any videos on how your fuel card program works? Yeah, I do. Did a live stream. Just go back in my live streams when I made the announcement. It's like it's based on EFS, so it's going to work like any other EFS card. We have an app, Fuel Finder app, and uh, discounted fuel stops is pretty much the long and short of it. And the one that makes mine different is I'm not out here trying to make $1 million off you. I'm not marking mine up. Everybody other fuel card retailer has a significant markup, and I'm finding out through the process of doing this exactly how much some people's markup is. And the first thing that comes to my head every time is everybody gets so mad when brokers take more of the load than they're supposed to, right? But they completely overlook that their fuel card company is keeping a significant portion of the discount that was intended to them. And I'll be transparent about it. I have certain stops where there's zero. It's a straight pass through, right? Because of just the way fees are structured. And then there's other ones that do have a fee on top of it that has to be covered, like a pumping fee. And the my markup on those is 2 cents, and I have about 1.2 cents in costs, like administrative and cost to run this thing. So less than a penny would come to me. And with as much as I put in this to start it up, it's going to take me a long ass time to recover that at less than a penny per gallon. So uh, that's about as much as I can say about that. There are standard sign up fees, like for EFS to set up an account is a one-time setup fee of $75, and then it's the standard swipe fee of EFS for $1.50. And I don't know if I have the fees listed on the application there for everybody. Go to my website, DIYsemi.com. You know what? I should put the link to that in the chat here if people want to. Boy, I'm terrible at things here of why I don't have a link prepared here. But anyway, um, oh, South Georgia Hot Shot in the house. How you doing? How you doing? Freight trucking, can I use the fuel card at the brothel? Do they have an ATM? That's what we want to know. If they have an ATM, theoretically, you could go and pull money out of the ATM. And I'm gonna tell your wife though. That's the thing. I'm gonna tell on you. All right, let me see if I can paste this link here. There's a copy. There's a link to the application, and it'll disclose all the fees and whatever to you. Uh, South Georgia Hot Shot says I've been trading fuel for crack because it pays more than trucking. Oh, you just need to start hauling them bales of Peruvian gold on that flatbed. Go down to the border, get you some of that high paying organic freight. But know what I'm saying. Uh, Everybody's saying hi to each other. Georgia Patriot says, and best locations and Speedway are working great in Southeast. Paid $3.16 at Circle K last week in Tennessee. Oh, that's pretty good. We went below $3 at a bunch of stops like last week or the week before. That was pretty cool. Buck Brown says, Robert, my deal is holding pretty solid currently. That's good. That's good. Georgia Patriot says small carriers should use your card over mega carriers cards because we need to stop helping megas increase their volume to get lower fuel prices to compete against us. There you go. There you go. Everybody always says we all need to get together and X or Y or this or that. Here's your thing. Or somebody needs to do this or somebody needs to do that. Here's your thing, right? Oh, in relation to that, I've hired 3 guys. The last 3 guys I hired all came from mega carriers. And number 1, I was able to get their bobtail insurance cheaper, every one of them. One came from Knight Swift. The other one came from Omega in Minnesota. And I don't give them names. The other 2 names I'm not giving. My bobtail insurance was cheaper than all of them. And when they all got their fuel cards, they're like, holy crap. These megas are giving like 10-12 cents discount off the pump price. And I'm like, well, what the hell? They're like, yeah, but they pay us extra in fuel surcharge to make up for it, so it all comes out even. I'm like, no, not really, because they're billing that fuel surcharge, and you could be getting it both ways. So if you're with a mega carrier, here's the thing: they absolutely cannot force you to use their fuel card, any of their products. They can't make you buy anything from them. It's against the law, especially with the new March 12th ruling of employee versus contractor. So, if you're with Knight Swift leased on and you're getting like 10, 15 20 cents off the pump price. Let me assure you, they are keeping far more than that. So go get your card on your own and get the discounts for yourself and get the fuel surcharge. You can do that. You just turn in your receipts so they can track your IFTA. If you're at X whatever company, uh, CR England, Schneider, there's a lot of companies doing that where the one guy said, well, years ago they used to pass along the discounts to us, but then they talked us into the surcharge and this and that. Now they're only doing like 10 or 12 cents. I'm like, why? Why are you doing that? Just go get your own. You can definitely get mine. I'll help you. Shoot. Um, Jack, would you rather get $10,000 right now or 100,000, but you can't drive a forklift for a week? I'll take the 100,000. I don't need to drive a forklift for a week. Uh, Cheap freight hauler. DIY, will you co-sign my fuel card app? Ooh, I can't do that for everybody. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and say probably not. I don't personally know you. CDN freight broker back to work for me. Congratulations on the growth of your fuel card. Thank you. WCF Invader, more farm content, please. Not feeling trucking anymore. Love that farm video yesterday. Yeah, you're the only one. Nobody else really loved that, but I did. I don't care what anybody else think. I liked it. Uh, George Pager says everybody says we should do X. Oh, jeepers, that fell right. Oh, everybody says we should do X, Y, Z, but DIY does X, Y, Z. Well, there you go. You're right. That's one thing I try to do in my life is do what I say I'm going to do or what I said to do. I would think that most of the people that know me would agree with that, but you know, maybe not. Alex Foley, I found a Northern Tool with truck parking next door. I'm in heaven. Oh, yeah, you can go to Rogers, Minnesota, to the TA, and you can walk down the street to a Northern Tool. Also, I've done that. Fit Truckin says tip your host. He's on YouTube saying he's only making pennies. Oh, there you go. Yeah, but you can make a whole bunch of pennies. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Buck Brown says, other than one fella in here that don't hit the like button until the end, please everyone be sure to do the like button. However, it is you do it. There you go. There you go. Hit the like button. That's for sure. Alex, I'd be broke. Alex says, I'm trying to convince the friends of mine at large carriers to get the DIY semi fuel card. I can't get it through their skull. They don't have to use the company card to get fuel surcharge. I give up. Yeah, man, the two are unrelated. They cannot make you use their fuel card, number one, and they cannot take something away from you because you didn't use their fuel card. That's illegal. It's in the leasing law. I can show you in my contract. It's standard contract language. They, it's forbidden, especially after these lawsuits of fighting for employee versus independent contractor. You absolutely cannot do that. Uh, and but whatever. There's nothing I can do. Can I hedge against your unfactored receivables? Oh, well, hmm. I don't need somebody putting a lien against them or attaching them in some fashion. Cheap Freight Hauler says, I love the farm video yesterday. Cool. Alex says, I like the farm content. Nice contract to this fast-paced world. Um, you know, everybody needs to get away for a while. That's my getaway. I mean, I don't take vacations, really take time off. And that's not me complaining. That's just, I've kind of always been like that. I guess the way I grew up, you just didn't do that. And I just kind of figure, hey, that's just life. I'm not mad at it. I'm not going to sit here and say, I get no vacation or time off. The last time we went on vacation, I think it was 2007. We took a trip. No, well, I count the Louisville Truck Show as a vacation. We take 3 days each year and go down to Louisville. Now we've done it 2 years in a row. I kind of count that as a vacation. It's a good time. It's a working vacation, but I'm not mad at it. I like what I do. It's just sometimes it gets to be a lot, and you need to just step away, even if it's for a day. Uh, Big Rigger 61 with super chat. Will my fuel card have your picture in it? It doesn't have my picture, but it has. Where's Let's see if I can reach this without tipping all my stuff over. Go in my handy dandy file cabinet here. This is a nice little mess at the moment. Where are you at? Hi. There's my EFS file. Ah, come on now. Got a stack of them here. You know what? I'm out of my own fuel card. I just have the old style EFS card. Ah, Patty from Ambest is calling me right now. How about that? We'll have to wait. I'm gonna have to order some more fuel cards because I'm out. As my I designed that. It took me a while to put it together, but that was my design. Had to pay to have those printed. So yeah, this is a lot. People don't realize it's like a lot of money to have them cards printed. And then we broke the we broke the what do you call it? Not the printer, the embosser. Embosser broke because of my cards. Um, Truman H says, "Is Like Trucking using your fuel card?" No, they have a. I believe they use the fuel card from their factoring company, if I'm not mistaken. I know. I think Jeff has his own deal over there, but they're also welcome. I know there's a few guys there. I think they have their own fuel card, so they're also welcome to get their own. Big Money E showing love from San Diego, California. Thank you. Oh, somebody. I think I skipped the comment earlier. Said, "How far west do you go?" We got stops all the way out into California. So, in fact, we've added some more in California. Actually, we have some more stops in California that I haven't announced yet because they're not active yet. Josh Vegan says, "Like Trucking probably has the Thunder funding fuel card." Yes, I believe they do. Once again, Big Rigger 61 super chat. Thank you. Josh Vegan says, "Was your court appearance also a vacation?" It kind of was. Oddly enough, anytime I get away for a day, I consider it a vacation, regardless of where it is. That was a very stressful vacation, but it was a vacation nonetheless. Only 2 days. I was very rushed. Cheap Freight Hauler, I'm thinking of dropping my NASDAQ card and switching that WEX account to the DIY card. Is that hard to do? WEX doesn't allow you to. Okay, there's two things to that. Okay, you can have as many WEX accounts as you want. You could have 5 different WEX accounts if you want. Okay, they no longer just allow you to switch your branding from NASDAQ to me. Okay, because of some fraud things that happen. Okay, you can't open a new account, and you can actually keep both of them. I know NASDAQ threatens you and says, if you get another account, we'll close yours. I have not found that to be true, and I don't know how they would know that you had another WEX account. I think that's an intimidation tactic. But anyway, you can have both. You will get a certain overall credit line that you could take. Say you have a $5,000 credit line on your WEX on your NASDAQ card, and you get 1,500 on mine, whatever. You can shift credit limit if you want to keep both of them. You can shift some of that credit limit over to mine, or vice versa. Hey, let's have fun with a telemarketer. Hold on. Where are we at? Speakerphone. Hello?
Hey, this is Adam.
It is.
Hey, Adam, this is.
No, we're good. Thank you very much. Dang, that wasn't a telemarketer. We almost were going to have some fun here. Or dispatch service, I mean, what I meant. Anyway, yeah. Or you can get the new account, wait till it's good, close the other one, whatever. But switching the branding, they don't really do that anymore because of some fraud things that have happened. Tuesday. I got an education on more of the fraud things that are going on too. And because my question to them was, okay, why are some people getting a complete decline? I can understand some people can't get a credit account, but why is it that some people can't get a prepaid account when it's 100% secured because it's prepaid? They can't charge any more than what they have loaded onto the card. And here's what people are doing. So they'll prepay an account, say $1,000, $500, whatever, and they'll get three different cards, or they'll clone the card that they got. They'll give that same card to three drivers, and the drivers will go out, and this is legit happening. And they'll say at exactly midnight, because the cards roll over from at midnight to the next day. So they'll say exactly midnight. All three of you swipe your card and begin a transaction. And then by the time those transactions hit, they all get approved. When they get closed out, they're already over their limit. Or they'll, the limit will roll over for the next day. Then right after midnight, they could do it again. There's all kinds of that stuff going on where they'll swipe three, four cards at the same time in different locations or at the same location. All the transactions get authorized to get turned the pump on. And then by the time they're done pumping, that $500, they just pumped $1,800 worth of fuel, and they're hung with it. EFS is hung with it. This is happening. This is one of the new scams that people are doing, and they're just doing it all over the place. I actually had somebody do something similar to that on my Comdata card. It's crazy. It's crazy. We got $2,800 worth of fraud. I got it all reversed, but it took about 3 weeks. Josh, there you go. Josh says I have a few Wex cards. Okay. Currently at Flying J in Napanee, Ontario, fuel is $1.78 a liter, which equals $6.78 a gallon Canadian. Woo. After the conversion to US, it comes out to $4.96. That is a very good price here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Need an alternative fuel card design with a picture of DIY and his farm tractor. There you go. But unfortunately, it costs well over $1,000 to get a new card design. It's well over that. I personally have WCF says I personally have multiple fuel cards. Two cards have monthly fees. I would like to be strictly on the DIY card, but with the low rates I have to use what's cheapest. Yeah, there you go. And sometimes we are. I think that Sat Brothers in Harrisonburg is going to be right there for you pretty cheap. It's beating your TCS card. I know that, and it beats Mudflap. So there's also beating Truck Smarter. We were beating Truck Smarter and all the Sat Brothers too. So that's cool. Like Trucking uses siphon hoses and wheel boots. There you go. This week I got fuel for $2.92 a gallon in Missouri. That's a good price. Georgia Patriot says my previous fuel card only drew out of my bank account once a week. We do twice a week. Is that the same for everyone? Yeah, they changed that standard once again because people were exceeding their limits and fraud. This whole game has changed because of the fraud. You're talking billions of dollars in fraud going on, and it's in areas you don't even think of. It's everywhere. It's just literally everywhere. Uh, yeah, W7 Bader is twice a week. Chief Railhauler, I have two accounts already, one for NASDAQ and one was for RTS. That was switched to ES Advantage. May check into opening another account. I'd say get you between 7 and 23 different WEX accounts. What do you think? Marty, what's my favorite color? Probably purple. Probably purple. I just saw a 500-pound road construction worker guaranteed no one would ever hit him. I'd tell you when it comes to road construction workers, size matters. If he's a hard laborer, I bet you he's strong as an ox, though. I bet you he's a lot of muscle. Jace says, hi. How you doing? Cheap Railer says, we used to do the same thing, hauling fuel when supply is tight. Suppliers would allocate 1 gallon at midnight, and we would load 54,000 gallons off of 1 gallon allocation. How the hell did you do that? Interesting. Interesting. Josh Deegan says, paid $309 in Tennessee today. Well, there you go. There you go. So who's heard about this new thing with what do you call it? The federal government. It says we've made it easier to find double brokers, $10,000, and to enforce blah blah blah, all this stuff. Does anybody actually really think that's going to do anything? Leave it in the comments. Or okay, let's vote. Let's vote. It's actually going to do something. Number one, or two, it's going to be yet another law, another stupid law that goes unenforced. What do you think? Everybody can put their 2 cents in on that. I'm going with yet another law unenforced. What do you guys think? Just today. So I'm just looking at some things here for today. Uh, Wheelburner says WCF Invader. If I was paying for that fuel, I would be filling my tanks, my tires, empty water bottles, and just about everything I have ever. Whoa! My power just went. We've been having thunderstorms today. We've been having thunderstorms for about 3 days now. And my power just flickered. Hopefully, I didn't lose my interwebs. Yep, I think we're good. Everybody's saying number two. It's going to be another stupid law, not enforced. Another stupid law that's good for media, but has stupid unintended consequences. Yes, because if you combine that with the recent relaxing in the rules that says we're going to make it easier for we're going to drop the MC number and then get away from the waiting period, the 3-week waiting period for authorities to go active. It's just that much easier to run away from it. You could start a new authority every day or every 3 days, and with the speed that the government moves at, they're never going to find these people to even begin to be able to fine them $10,000. It's just stupid. Truman H says more government always helps themselves. More government always helps themselves. We can say that. Um, Wheelburner says we can no longer be friends, Donnie. Ooh, damn. Get some sharp spears thrown around here. Big Rigger 61 says I got rid of rewards cards. I had Love's card hacked and my Comdata card was attached. Bought $1,000 worth of fuel in Wyoming. We got it reversed, but no more rewards cards for me. Dang, man. I did not know that. Yeah, people think the rewards cards is secure to tie your fuel card to that and then start the pump with that or whatever. But it's no more secure than any other way to do it. They have the 2-factor authentication now, where with your EFS card you can go in and say, okay, I'm going to buy fuel here. Send me or when you swipe your card, however, I forget, it sends you a 4-digit PIN to your phone, and then you put that PIN in the pump to turn the pump on. So it's like multi-factor authentication, but kind of found that to be clunky. And then if it doesn't come to your phone, because the interwebs or the cellulars or whatever want to screw things up, then you can't buy fuel. So it's just to me kind of more technology that could fail, kind of throw a hitch in your giddy up. But WCF Invader, channel member for 32 months. Damn it, boy. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Says less government is always the answer, not more. Just look at our healthcare system. Thanks to all the government quote help. Woo. WCF Invader running for president now. Yeah, all about it. Well, that must be what Patty was calling about, helping this guy get his card set up. See, there you go, helping a new guy here get the card set up. Good deal. Just got to check a couple emails here. Yeah. All right, we good. We good. So what's everybody else got going on in trucking these days? Is who's working? Anybody working the weekend or taking off for the holiday? I was trying to book some loads. I got one load covered or one truck booked up. Actually, I had three loads, three trucks to cover for the weekend. First one was a battle. Finally got that one covered. And then second one got him covered pretty easy. But this third one, man, whoo, man, uh, Saturday or Sunday is not a good time to get empty this week. It's well, never is anymore lately, but especially hard this weekend. Yeah, we're not in that world anymore where holidays equal high rates, are we? Um, Marty says, "What do you think about ladies that wear spaghetti strap shirts?" Hey, as long as they're real ladies, you know, you know what I'm saying. In today's age, you can never be too careful. Cheap freight hauler no, two spot loads this weekend. This week, okay. Oh, Trevor Van Camp says you already know we're working this weekend. Uh, hashtag no days off, right? Does your fuel card work with my brand new Tesla Semi with 8-inch stacks? It does. It does. We're going to get you all the electricals, all the powers downloaded into your Tesla semi truck. Greg Zimmer's working this weekend, headed down to Houston. Okay, it's a good place to be. Georgia Patriot says I'm replacing my air dryer tomorrow. Just got it back from the shop. They resealed the front diff. Ooh, good deal. Alex Foley says I'm booked out for the next 10 days. Damn it. WCF Invader says anyone want to buy a 2015 Freightliner with a Cummins ISX, or how about a 2022 dry van with more aerodynamic than you can even add to it now? Hmm. Anybody in the market for a 2015 Freightliner or a 22 dry van? You might be able to sell that dry van to somebody up there at Like Trucking. I know they're always looking around for trailers. Uh, Chief Railer says, sorry to put you on the spot last week about trailers. I checked with my insurance, and the advice was to wait until after my renewal. Okay, you must be coming up on renewal pretty soon then. That's no biggie. No worries. You didn't put me on the spot. Sterling says, working all weekend because I'm special like that. How many different kinds of special are you, Sterling? I hear you say that all the time. My stupid phone keeps coming undone here. Me and technology. We're gonna have a little fight one of these days. Chief Railer says they don't want to shake the underwriters because I got really good quote for this year. I Yeah, I had my quote in it. I made a bunch of last minute changes on my policy. They weren't too happy with me, but the quote was already done. We already had it bound, and then I went and made a bunch of changes. So I mean a bunch of changes. We added some trucks, we subtracted some trucks, we added drivers, we subtracted drivers, and but we're here now. We're through it. I think we're good. Marty says if I drive as much as I sleep, I'm sleeping my way across this country. You don't want to be doing that. You're gonna wake up. Wake up parked like an Amazon truck one of these days. Yeah, I don't. We don't say Swift anymore. Anything derogatory goes towards Amazon. Swift is nothing but highly trained professionals. Uh, Wheelburner says I'll be home tonight, but I will be back out Sunday afternoon. Okay. Dan's Outdoor Adventure says, "Well, I enjoyed your comment from my last video, Dan. I forgot what it was, but I remember chuckling when I read it. Hotshot loads in Washington fell flat the last couple of days. Yeah, holidays, whatnot. People just they ain't shipping. Just don't need it for the holiday, which is strange because this is a huge holiday for food, cooking out, all that kind of stuff. This one, 4th of July, and just wasn't a rush this year. So mm, enjoy this produce season while it lasts. Just saying. Steering wheel says, I'm short bus. with a Detroit 6V71 special. Woo! Your special kind of short bus. Are you straight pipe, Sterling? Cheap Ray Holler wants to know. Wally Gone says we are all special. That's what Mama says. Hmm. Marty says, I already haul one load a week. How much less do you want me to do? We can get that one load a week back on the spot market. We'll bring them rates right up. All right. There you go. JH. JH is the man or woman. I don't know. Says DIY fuel card has allowed me to purchase the cheapest fuel in all of Cali. That's awesome. I know we get a slamming deal at the Speedway in Bakersfield. I know that for sure. And some other places, but Georgia Patriot says, yeah, my insurance renewal is coming up in July. Should be getting amount in the next few weeks. Okay. I knew mine was going to be going up just because, America and the new world we live in. Uh, we only had one record of accident. It wasn't our fault, but they paid out on it because of some shenanigans. But uh, I didn't figure it percentage wise. $900 per truck basically is what mine went up just for for this year for 20 was it call it 24-25 season. So I'm gonna take that and not complain. Um, when you add the numbers up, it's a lot of money, but it could have been way worse. Could have been substantially worse. Considering some things that are going on right now, I expected a lot worse. So we'll live to fight again another day, I guess. Mark the mailman says, "Hi DIY, how you doing?" Steering wheel says, "On Saturday I'll be joining the graffiti artists and street races in Portland." What are you doing going to Portland? Are you going to the autonomous zone? Are you going to camp out and let your golden locks grow long? Chief Ray Holler says, my insurance premium only went up $31 from last year. That's very good. That's very good. Um, Marty St. Amore says, right, I'd rather sleep with the oldest lady on the planet than one of those. Okay. Hey, to each his own. To each his own. You know. Chief Ray Holler says, but I also dropped 40,000 in replacement value on my truck. Yeah, I lowered a good bit of equipment back down too because it's just not the value is just not there anymore. So yeah, you definitely want to revisit that every year. Don't short yourself. Should you have an accident, you're going to wish you hadn't. But also, if you got an APU, make sure that's covered on your policy. Some policies don't cover add-ons. You could put a rider on there or get it covered under a personal property policy. Maybe you have a homeowners or maybe this or that. But they usually give you the option to put like a little rider on there for an APU for $10,000, whatever it's worth. Uh, or if you have, you know, say you took an older truck and restored it, the value is there, it's worth more. Make sure you report that so that they can have it insured for the proper amount. Uh, G Walker in the house. Sterling says, "White dude dreadlocks." Hashtag Portland. Hmm. What do they call that area? Not the It's not the out Chaz. Are you going to live in Chaz, Sterling Wheel? We call you Chaz Wheel, Sterling Chaz. You seem like a Chaz kind of guy. Just saying. You're gonna want to keep from screaming that word you love to scream so much, though. I don't know if that's welcome there. You might be out of pocket doing that over there. Oh, what else we got going on? Well, I got company coming this evening. Some family coming over, going to stay the weekend with their new little baby. So we're going to just kick back and have a little weekend here. I ain't mowed the grass in like a week. It's been raining every day. It needs to stop raining long enough for me to mow the freaking hayfield I call a lawn. To do that. Can I get a rider policy for chicken lights? You probably just put them right on for stated value. You know, you know. With both feet says my customer had a lift axle hub break. It was crazy. The hub flange broke off. The hub with the wheel and drum all came off together, and the tire blew on the other side at the same time. Oh, ooh, damn it! That's not good. That's what you call a bad day. I saw somebody here local in my town had a lost a set of duals because they didn't do a pre-trip, and the wheel bearing ran dry and seized up the hub end there and busted off the set of duals. Went down the road along with the brake and the brake drum. So hmm, he's parked. Got that axle chained up, having a real bad day. Uh, Gotta do your pre-trips. Gotta do your pre-trips. Greg Zimmer says just paid $2.90 per gallon. Quick trip in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Nice, very nice. Uh, they put this stupid little heart emoji down here in the bottom of the chat screen, so I can't freaking see what some of these words are. Marty's the god of something. This RPM idol. Maybe bumping it up. I don't know. Hmm. Why is raw fuel cheapest in Missouri and Wisconsin? You would think Texas would be number one. RS RSW fuel? Or you mean raw fuel? Probably it probably has something to do with the way it's taxed. Honestly, I don't know. Or maybe it's a pipeline thing. I don't know. Some places I get a breakdown of these taxes. Like there's taxes on fuel. Here, let me open this thing and see if I can tell you what some of these taxes are. Uh, the amount of fees and taxes on top of fuel is insane. You got your base price, and you got your freight, and you got your taxes and miscellaneous. I mean, you look at like let's pick a state here. Let's pick a state. California. You got this one place in Calexico, California. The tax and miscellaneous is a 1.33486. You're talking about $1.34 a gallon just in tax. That includes state and your federal. Let me see if there's anything higher than you. I mean, that's the highest one I'm seeing. And then you generally have a pumping fee. You got a freight fee, which is let's see what the highest freight fee here is that I'm seeing. I'm seeing 7 cents a gallon. Yeah, 7 cents is the highest I'm seeing for a freight fee. And then you add all those things together. That's your base adjusted price. And then you got your retail price, and then you got a retail adjustment, which is where your discounted rate comes in. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot in. You got rack fees, all kinds of different things. There's some places call them different stuff. So a lot of fees on top of that raw fuel. The raw fuel actually isn't even terribly expensive. So uh, where do we leave off? Chief Ray says the exhaust from my APU with Kubota engine smells just like my tractor at home. Ooh, you probably got a Kubota tractor. With both of you, it says bearings were still free. I figure the suspension jammed somehow and was way overloaded. Don't know. Yeah. Dan's Hot Shot Adventure says hope that weather clears for you because as you said, can't stick it in too deep when it's wet. Oh, yeah. How about that? There you go. Broke Woke Joe in the house with a $2 super chat. November can't come any faster. Hmm. How could we make November come faster? Just saying. I don't know. Who's this November lady? Sorry, we went off the rails there for just a second. Oh, we just got a payment. We just had a payment come in. Who paid us? Reliable Transportation Solutions. How about that? We like payments. There we go. That's handled. Yeah. So what else? Am I missing anything else in trucking? Trucking sucks. Everybody go home. Take 2 weeks off, then quit, and we'll stay out here trucking it up. Alex says last time I loaded dyed diesel at the fuel rack, it was 265 a gallon. This was February. Hmm. Cheap Freight Hauler says the government makes more off fuel than anyone else in the supply chain. Yeah, everybody gets so mad at the oil companies, which I understand. They're big, rich, well-to-do conglomeration type companies. Government's making far more off that fuel than they are. Holy crap. Steering Wheel says, don't tell your dog I made 8 pounds of jerky. Oak smoked teriyaki. You heard me say that, and now she wants venison formula Ziggy bars. Can I interest anybody? There you go, dog. Need a flux capacitor to speed things along? Yeah. Why do states with the highest if the highway use taxes have the worst roads? Because that's not what your fuel tax money goes for. It goes into the general fund. See, that's one way we could start fixing things in this country and say that any tax money collected must go to fund that which it was, intended to be collected for. So your fuel tax money has to go to the roads. Your registration tax money has to go to the roads. No more putting things in the general fund and robbing from Peter to pay Paul. It would help. They just don't need to collect so much, or no sending money outside the country until everything's funded domestically. That's crazy. I know that's crazy talk. Chief Fairless's boss says she can't afford me to take any time off. You need a new boss. Chief Fairless says, Alex, because states like Illinois use fuel money to pay pensions. Yes. California, with all their pension shortfalls. Yes. They build themselves a nice little hierarchy and then they tax you to support it. So that's how it's done. Endless supply of money for them. No accountability. Well, it looks like my battery is about to die, 5%. So I'm gonna wrap this up, and we'll see you again soon. What do I got? What do I got new going on? I don't know. Check out the website. I should be trying to drive more traffic to the website, and I should also be updating it every now and then. DIYsemi.com for all your freight hauling needs and everything you need to fix your life. Sterling Wheel says, "What's your opinion on Prime using inward-facing cameras?" Sounds racist. Sounds racist to me. Someone needs to just make Paul disappear so Peter gets all the funds for a while. Ooh, love to keep my Peter paid. Tell you about that. All right, gotta run. Everybody take care, and we will see you next time.